Second coming of Jesus Christ, Bawumia. Come back. Sorry. No, we're coming here. We are not going. It's coming. This is well planned. We just well planned. This is very nice. All right then. Very good. Just cut
Peter near Branty and family. Daily Watch TV. You say people they do I'm good, you people they do I'm bad. Trust are picking. Blessings from the Most High.
The Honorable Minister for Works and Housing, former Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, and my advisor, Honorable Benito Owusubio, who has been very central to this accomplishment, Chairman and members of the Lands Commission, Executive Secretary and Deputy Executive Secretaries of the Lands Commission, management, directors and staff of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, I wish to express our profound gratitude to the Vice President of our Republic, His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, for his continuous support to the work of the ministry and for accepting once again to commission this new head office complex of the Lands Commission. This will be the third time this year His Excellency the Vice President is commissioning projects for the ministry, having commissioned on 2nd May 2024 the reconstructed Apieti community, which he was very instrumental in its reconstruction, and on 8th August 2024 the first gold refinery in the history of our country, constructed through a public-private partnership, which he also personally led a charge to see to its completion. Mr. Vice President, you will recall your unannounced visit to the Lands Commission in February 2018 and the interest you have shown in the affairs of the Commission since then to ensure that we deliver a land administration that is fit for purpose. The Ministry and the Commission are eternally grateful to you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, an effective land administration is imperative to the economic advancement of every nation. Our quest to transform our national economy to bring about the much needed development and prosperity cannot happen if we fail to anchor an effective land administration in our country. It is for this reason that since the Second Republican Constitution, the Lands Commission has been established as an independent constitutional organ with the mandate to, among others, manage public lands on behalf of government and assist in the registration of titles to land throughout the country. The merging of the various state agencies hitherto performing functions relating to land, such as the Survey Department, the Land Valuation Board, and the Land Title Registry, with the then Lands Commission, pursuant to the Lands Commission Act 208, Act 767, was meant to harmonize the administration of land in our country. Unfortunately, due to the absence of a befitting office complex, these agencies, which had become divisions of the Commission, continue to operate from separate offices, posing a great challenge to the harmonization of land administration. Today, with this 8-story complex, the Lands Commission, with all its divisions and their staff, will be housed in this building, providing a conducive atmosphere for work. Distinguished guests, This ultra-modern edifice stands as a testament to the commitment of the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government to create an efficient, transparent, and accessible land administration system as the pivot for economic growth and development. It will undoubtedly elevate the standard of land services delivery, ensuring that the Lands Commission and allied agencies provide top-notch services to Ghanaians and all those in need of land administration services. In addition to this office complex, earlier this year, I commissioned on behalf of government a new regional office for the Greater Accra Regional Lands Commission, and an office complex for the Tema District Office is scheduled to be completed in the first quarter of next year. We are also working to construct 12 new regional offices for the Commission across the country to provide a conducive and congenial working environment for staff of the Commission and serve as motivation for an efficient land service delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, aside these infrastructural developments, the ministry, working through the Lands Commission under the outstanding leadership of President Akufo-Addo and Vice President Bawumia, has prioritized initiatives and reforms that drive transformation in the land sector. We have established 6 fully digitized offices for the 6 new regions of Ahafo: Bono East, Northeast, Oti, Savannah, and Western North. This has saved residents of these regions expenses and time involved in traveling long distances to access the services of the Lands Commission. Under the land administration reforms, we are pursuing an aggressive digitization agenda which is geared towards promoting a robust land administration system that ensures security, facilitates economic growth, and supports resource development. The successful migration of some operations of the Commission onto the digital environment through the Enterprise Land Information System is proof of our progress. Today, individuals can conduct searches in the Commission's records remotely at any time of the day. We have also rolled out the electronic property mass appraisal system, enabling revaluation in several metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies to improve revenue collection. Additionally, we have fostered collaborative partnerships with experts from the private sector. Through these partnerships, we are advancing towards a comprehensive land administration reform, which will strengthen the capacity of the Lands Commission to address current and future challenges effectively. Drones are being employed in surveying and mapping to produce accurate georeference and efficient orthophoto maps to support land title registration and base maps for development of local planning schemes. We are also aggressively implementing the Lands Act 2020, Act 1036, which we worked so hard to pass after almost a 2-decade delay. We held a national symposium on this piece of legislation, which was graciously opened by His Excellency the Vice President, and we have gone around the country in the last 4 years to disseminate this seminal law to the ordinary Ghanaian. Working with the Office of Attorney General and Ministry of Justice, as well as other stakeholders, we have finalized the much anticipated legislative instrument which will operationalize most of the provisions of the Act, and we are hopeful that the next government, God willing, the Bawumia government, will continue with the process to ensure the passage of this legislative instrument in the first meeting of the next parliament. Under government's urban redevelopment scheme, we have provided through a land swap arrangement 504 1- and 2-bedroom self-contained housing units with a school complex, a clinic, and a recreational area for the Ghana Police Service, as well as office complexes for the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, GVLA, the Ghana Airports Company Limited, and the Ghana Meteorological Agency, to pave way for the redevelopment of the 80 acres of land between Stanbic Heights and the Ministry of Defense. This, when completed, will be a smart, sustainable, and beautiful city within our capital city of Accra. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this office complex we commissioned today is a result of years of hard work between the ministry and the Lands Commission. We thank the chairman of the Lands Commission, Mr. Alex Kwenu, and all members of the commission. The very hard-working, highly professional and astute Executive Secretary of the Commission, Mr. Benjamin Atta, and all past chairpersons, executive secretaries, and members of the Commission whose work and dedication has seen to the completion of this building. To the staff of the Commission, we salute you for your support throughout these years. It is our hope that this conducive environment will inspire excellence in your work and motivate you to contribute towards achieving the mission and vision of the Commission. Your Excellency, the adverse consequences of ineffective, fraudulent, and weak land administration are dire. We must therefore work together to build an excellent land administration system that is well reformed once and for all for our country. It is in this light that I respectfully make these recommendations as the tenure of this government and of course my stewardship at the ministry comes to an end. Firstly, we must continue and complete the digitization and digitalization of the records and operations of the Lands Commission. The fourth industrial revolution is upon us, and it is incontestable that we cannot develop without digitalization. We cannot continue to rely on manual information and expect the Lands Commission to deliver a seamless and robust land administration. We must therefore do all it takes to complete the digitalization effort. Secondly, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources must work with the Lands Commission to review the National Land Policy of 1999. Although still relevant, technological advancement and infrastructural development have created new challenges that require reform to this policy. 2 years ago, we started the process of reviewing this policy with the National Land Conference, the first of its kind in the history of our country, and the second consultative assembly on land since the coming into force of our national constitution. It is my hope that the ministry will continue the process to bring up to date our national land policy. Thirdly and finally, we must work together to pass the land regulations which has been finalized by the Office of the Attorney General. The Land Act 2020 provides a firm foundation to deal with the challenges of land administration, but we can only get the best out of the law if these regulations are passed to operationalize its provisions. I therefore humbly call on all relevant stakeholders, including the August House of Parliament, to work together to pass these regulations. These regulations will help to give our citizenry a land administration which is fit for purpose. Your Excellency, Honorable Minister, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it bears emphasizing that secured land and property rights are sine qua non to good governance, peace, and security, as well as sustainable economic growth and development. The Bawumia government has made huge investments to transform our land administration, but I dare say that capital investment without dedication and commitment of officials charged with the responsibility of implementing the reforms will not amount to much. Yes, we must motivate the staff of the Commission, including the issue of IGF, to give out their very best as we have been doing. And we must all work together to build a robust, functioning land administration in Ghana, which will jettison the usual inefficiencies, fraud, and delays. I'm confident that this multi-purpose complex the Vice President commissions today will inspire all of us, particularly staff of the Commission, to work to achieve this vision. And that has become evident when we work together and with purpose. It is always possible, and indeed highly possible, to get a whole lot done for our country. I thank you for your attention.
Land administration, I give to you Mr. It Is Possible, the Vice President of our Republic, His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia.
Thank you. Please sit down. Thank you very, very much. The Honorable Samuel Abujinapo, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, and MP for Damango. Honorable Kojo Opong Nkrumah, Minister for Works and Housing, and MP for Fuasia Yoruba. The Board Chair of the Lands Commission, Honorable Alex Quaino, members of the Lands Commission, Member of Parliament for Tano North, Honorable Frida Prempe. Board Chair for SNIT, Honorable Elizabeth Ohene. The Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, the former Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, the Executive Secretary and Deputy Executive Secretaries of the Lands Commission, management, directors and staff of the Ministry and the Lands Commission, His Royal Majesty, the Paramount Chief of Kumbungu Traditional Area, Nime, Name, our friends from the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. When I first visited the Lands Commission office in February 2018, I saw at first hand the challenges with our land administration. On that fateful day, at the Land Title Registration Division office, I saw volumes of files all over the place. I observed that the Commission had a huge problem with space, not only to store their files, but also for staff to do their work. I saw a Commission heavily dependent on manual records, the movement of files across offices, some of which you have to cross the road to the other side. And I remember saying we cannot move forward if we do not tackle these challenges. In my encounter with the media, I showed of government's commitment to see to the completion of the new head office complex of the Lands Commission as part of measures to deal with the challenges the Commission was facing. Today, I am happy that we have delivered on this promise, and I have the honor to formally commission this imposing new head office building for the Lands Commission. Ladies and gentlemen, Ghana's land sector continues to play a critical role in our economy, shaping the development of our communities, cities, and our nation as a whole. The Ghana Statistical Service estimates that some 90% of our population derive their livelihoods directly or indirectly from land. A well-functioning land administration system is therefore essential for sustainable economic development, social cohesion, and a vibrant investment climate. That is why building a robust and modern land administration must be a priority for all. In the last 8 years, government has been working to build a robust land administration anchored on 3 pillars: modern office infrastructure, digitalization, and automation of business processes, and a well-motivated and knowledgeable staff. The completion of this new head office building, equipped with state-of-the-art facilities, is geared towards the first pillar of a robust land administration and demonstrates government's commitment to creating a conducive environment for effective land management. This modern facility is not just a new structure. It represents a significant step in our collective mission to build a more efficient, transparent, and customer-centered land administration system in Ghana. This is indeed a proud moment not only for the Lands Commission and the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, but for Ghana as a whole. For we celebrate today not just the completion of this building, but also the promise it holds for the future land management in our country. To achieve the second pillar, I established in my office a liaison of unit to work closely with the Lands Commission and other institutions to expedite digitalization of its processes. Through this collaboration, we have worked to drive reforms, advance digitalization, and strengthen governance within the land sector. Indeed, when I visited the Commission in 2018, I emphasized the need to streamline property valuation, property digitalization, and digitization of the records of the Commission and the consolidation of searches. Working with the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources and the management of the Lands Commission, we have implemented most of these measures, such as online searches, consolidated searches from all divisions of the Commission, and the electronic property appraisal system for property valuation. Ladies and gentlemen, in today's fast-evolving world, digital transformation is essential for enhancing service delivery, accountability, and transparency. And I commend the Lands Commission for their efforts in this regard. Today, with the aid of digitalization, the Lands Commission has been able to automate land title certificates, which reduces the potential errors that could arise from manual entries, thereby significantly enhancing accuracy and efficiency. With the integration of the Enterprise Land Information System, ELIS, with other relevant agencies, and the adoption of the Ghana.gov as the primary platform for all land services, we have been able to streamline land services delivery across the country. This identification authority, a requirement for the registration of land, we are not only enhancing the security of land administration, but also ensuring that owners of lands are accurately identified for revenue and other purposes. One notable advancement, particularly for financial transactions, is the creation of a corporate portal for financial institutions and other corporate organizations to submit mortgage and other applications digitally. This portal, which is currently being piloted in the Greater Accra region, will enhance access to mortgage services and make home ownership more attainable by many Ghanaians. I am also informed that the Commission has introduced an online portal for licensed surveyors to submit applications for barcoded plans, which has streamlined the process, reduced the turnaround time for preparing cadastral plans and title registration, and minimized the involvement of unlicensed practitioners in preparing site plans. These are just a few examples of how we can transform land administration through digitalization. And I am happy that the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources has made a strong recommendation for the continuation of digitalization, the digitalization process which we have started, to its logical conclusion. When we are able to achieve full digitalization, it will prevent the mysterious disappearances of files, title certificates, indentures, amongst others. It will also prevent delays in land service delivery and ultimately result in a robust, efficient, transparent, responsive, and orderly land administration. This is the vision of the government and the transformation we have brought to the Lands Commission in the last 8 years is a testament of our commitment to this cause. Ladies and gentlemen, it is said that even with the best infrastructure and technological systems in place, it is our dedicated and capable staff who are essential to achieving our goals. And that is why we have invested in building the human resource capacity of the Commission to ensure that they deliver efficient services across the country. What is clear to me is that as we try to move to the next level, a lot of these initiatives that the Lands Commission is implementing in the context of digitalization and other innovations is done in partnership with the private sector. And therefore, it is very important for the Lands Commission and also other agencies to have the revenues that will help pay whatever is required under these private-public partnerships. And this is part of the reason that if you look at what I'm planning to do is to move about 3% of GDP of government expenditure from the public sector to the private sector. And that is about 30 billion Ghana cedis annually in that context. And when we get this done, which we hope to get done in the first budget, that frees up a lot of fiscal space for all agencies. And I, for example, will want to see the Minister for Finance initially, even before we do this, give the Lands Commission this IGF space needed by increasing the IGF to at least 50% so that we can have these partnerships with the private sector. But my goal ultimately is to remove all capping once we do where we are going. Because once we take 30 billion from the budget to the private sector, then the requirements for revenue to fund that 30 billion also comes down. And so that the need for the capping also comes down. And so that is the vision with which I am working and going to implement with the move towards leveraging the private sector to provide a lot more services. So we are on course to get this done. To this end, I urge the management of the Lands Commission to continue to invest in staff training, capacity building, and motivation, as these are fundamental to sustaining the gains we have made. Our staff must feel empowered and equipped to meet the evolving demands of a modern land administration system. The administrator of Stool Lands Edifice, which provides a conducive working environment for staff of the head office of the commission reality, to Surveyor Dr. Odami Labi, Surveyor Dr. Inim Odami, Surveyor Alhaji Suleimana Mahama, Surveyor James Datson, and our current Executive Secretary, Surveyor Benjamin Arthur. Your dedication and leadership have left a lasting impact on the Lands Commission and indeed on our nation. And to all the contractors, the consultants, and the supervisors, we say thank you. In a special way, let me thank the indefatigable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Samuel Abujinapo, the man I call the bulldozer minister, for his exemplary leadership and dedication, which has seen to the completion of this building. As I always say, he just gets the work done. It's always such a pleasure working on him on projects. You give him an assignment and he gets it done. And I'm very, very, very grateful for his approach to work. Ladies and gentlemen, as we commission this new head office building, let us remember that this is only a step towards a bigger vision. This building stands as a testament to our collective commitment to modernizing land administration in Ghana. It is a symbol of progress, an investment in our future, and a promise to the people of Ghana. Our vision for land administration reform in Ghana is clear, and I urge the ministry and the members and management of the Lands Commission to ensure that these reforms take off without delay. The comprehensive reform agenda is critical for addressing the current challenges and ensuring that our land sector remains resilient and responsive to the needs of Ghanaians. Together, let us continue to work towards a Ghana where land services are accessible, transparent, and efficient. A Ghana where our land administration system supports sustainable development, economic prosperity, and social harmony. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, I have the singular honor to declare the head office of the Lands Commission duly commissioned. May it serve as the cornerstone of progress and prosperity for our nation, embodying the values of diligence, transparency, and service to our people. May God bless the Lands Commission. May God bless our homeland, Ghana, and may God bless us all. Thank you very much for your attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together once more. And now the Vice President, together with the members on the dais, would proceed first for that official photo, after which I shall invite all our board members to join them at the stairs, where they will take one big picture and then proceed at the river.
Second coming of Jesus Christ, Bawumia. Open all. Sorry. No, we're coming here. We are not going in. This is well planned. We just well planned. This is very nice. All right then. Very good. Just cut
So this is the room. Yeah. Share down there. More for papa. It means that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, it is possible, man. Why any possible? We share room in there. Very, very nice. Yeah, this room was commissioned under Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and then our commission this dining room. If I show screen is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, yes, I did. With the help of something else, digital system to have a man, everything will be possible. And I'm so a vote for Bawumia. It's right is coming in. Yes.
Yes. Yes. No problem. Standard.
That's what I'm saying, sorry. Come in. Yeah, I'm up for missing a new building. Yeah, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. That's good for him. It is possible. I'm voting for him. Yeah, in my poor mayor. The people that came out. Yes, I'm voting for him. So, I'm for this. I don't know. What is this? I'm also fair. Yeah, that commission done. They commissioned this place for the election so that they be back among for election time. And you know, say Vice President.
Hardworking Vice President and the incoming President of the Republic of Ghana.
Abuja na pop. I'm not here. I'm commissioned to share.
The incoming President.
Incoming President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. To share. Commission Hane the place that is commissioned. It's a newly placed land commission. A dining room commission. And to share the cars that are followed in every yeah. Cars in there and aircon. Yeah, cars in aircon. Until Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the car in